Hello everybody and welcome back to more Fallout 4. Let's go into Diamond City. Okay, whoa, dog meat. I know you're excited, but hold your horses there. Hmm. So far, it kind of reminds me of
Paper sales.
Megaton, to be honest.
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper? Read free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, lady? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
Okay. Sure, I believe you.
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, lady.
The synthetic truth. Let's see what this is all about. No, it's in the inventory. I keep thinking it's in, data, but it's not. Is it thus? Yeah, there it is. Let's read it. Oh, wow. Real, really professional looking. Alright, noodles. We all eat them, we all love them, and Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years, from the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing. Yes, eating noodles, the shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed, thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening, respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted his story in a public occurrence's exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years ago, or 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were. So, what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh, and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth, and Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening, and the moment when things turned sinister and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face, all in an instant, and then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny, and I remembered watching him clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for a drink, but his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, is the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans, synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead, crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This is one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who watched to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of sense even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles, specifically the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night, in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people after spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Really? Interesting story and all that, but are you insinuating that Mayor McDonough is a synth? Is that what she's trying to get at here? Huh.
Latest news from the Commonwealth.
A chapel. Of course, people gotta have their faith. Wow, a very small chapel.
Good to see someone new in the chapel. Diamond City treating you all right?
This your chapel here, Pastor?
Well, that depends. I suppose I should say this chapel really belongs to God. But since I never get around to deciding which God in particular, I guess you could say it belongs to all of them. Now, if you ever need a quiet place to sit down and ponder the Almighty in whatever form strikes your fancy, we're always open.
You don't practice any particular religion here?
As long as you believe in something, you're welcome. Diamond City is full of people trying to build a better life. I just don't want them to forget what makes them human while they're at it. So the chapel is open, 24 hours a day, to whatever form of worship you like, long as it's peaceful.
No, that's nice.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
Go right ahead.
If
Not
you're
sure
here to
what God I'm
pray,
supposed to
sit
be
down
praying
and be
to.
quiet.
Pastor says it doesn't matter.
Not much to look at here.
The chapel's always open if you need it.
Yes, yes. I'm gone. No religion for me. Not a very religious type.
Anyone is one of those things. It's that secretary of his. Her and her perfect hair.
Mm-hmm. The mayor's secretary. Come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you nicked McDonough with your razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Around here, we call your haircut the scav special. Little flecks of blood, give it the personal touch. You should think about getting a trim.
Let me just talk to her first.
Excuse me.
Well, hello there. Another one of the poor and stupid of Diamond City come begging for table scraps?
Wow.
The poor and stupid?
Oh, don't act like you don't know. There's two types of people in this town. The ones living in the stands and everyone beneath us. I know everyone in the stands, and that doesn't include you. Now, why don't you make yourself scarce?
Wow.
Bitch.
What did you say? Oh, whatever. I'm done talking to you.
Bitch.
Is Mayor McDonough telling the truth? What does he have to hide? Read the public for the hard questions.
Alright, so apparently in this game, wearing like common clothes is like useful because of the charisma and stuff attached to them. So this is the only common clothing that I have on me right now. It's kind of ugly, but it does have charisma on it, so I guess I'll wear it while I'm in the city.
Hey, John.
For your hair, I'm thinking highlights. Or we could try a short shave on the sides. Or maybe some braids.
Oh. Oh, so I can change my hair here. That's pretty interesting.
What are my options?
You name it. Shaves, long cuts, short cuts, braids, layering. Be easier just to show you. Got an empty chair right here.
Don't need anything today.
Okay, you take care.
It's pretty cool how she actually says like the character names, although I'm not sure how I know his name, because maybe I just overheard it.
Hi.
I like how it says no
There.
smoking, but
Talk
she's smoking.
some sense into my nitwit son. McDonough's secretary, is she a synth?
I don't know.
No idea.
You don't know? What? Born without a brain between your ears?
You just said no one could tell the difference, Ma. She don't know if Geneva's a synth, and neither do you. So could you lay off?
Don't you talk to your mother that way, Johnny.
Hey there. I got an empty chair here just waiting for some beautiful customer to get a haircut.
I already told you no.
Not today.
Sure, some other time.
Pushy. Alright, let's go talk to some other people. Hi there. You look like you're fixing up drugs or
New
something.
file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
What?
Facial reconstruction? What's that?
It's Doc Crocker's specialty. If you're interested, talk to him about it. Just head through the door with our logo on it. Now, if you have an actual medical problem, speak up.
So what kind of treatments are common around here?
Bandaging wounds and cleaning radiation exposure are the most common things you outsiders usually ask for. That and kicking a chem habit.
Gonna pass.
Fine.
So it is kind of interesting and organic that the characters can just like initiate conversations with you. But on the other hand, from an LPing perspective, it's a little bit annoying because sometimes like I don't want to talk to someone in that particular instance. But, you know, it is what it is.
Newcomer, huh? Talk to Abbott at the wall if you want a history lesson.
Got chems right here for you, sister.
Whoa.
Looking for a job, if you've got one.
Yeah, I got something. Looking for a mutated fern if you find any.
Nice
I
beard.
hear some grows out near Forest Grove Marsh. Natural radiation sucker. Be great for cooking rat X or rat away.
Sweeten the deal with some money, and I might be interested.
All right.
Woohoo.
About 125 caps.
More money?
Come on. Make it worth my while, Solomon.
You are one
Woohoo.
righteous talker. 150 caps.
Alright.
Mutated fern.
Not gonna go for the red one.
Cool.
There was someone standing here. They seem to have walked away.
You read the paper? Damn synths. Hiding among us.
I hear there's a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only. The combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Hey.
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't heard nothing.
Friendly.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes. It's all he understands.
What?
Yes?
Oh. Noodle cups. Oh, that's cool. Rat free. Alright. He doesn't have much money though. So Takahashi is a robot, not a person.
Hey.
Don't know you, Scaver.
Oh my god. I thought this was a person. I was about to just like talk to them.
You there! You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatter.
Out of what now?
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium, and two teams would meet and play a game called baseball. One team would beat the other team to death with these things called baseballs. And the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
Hey, dumbass, that's not how baseball was played.
That right, little Miss Smarty Pants? Well, if you're such an expert, how do you think it was played?
There were balls, strikes, 3 bases, and home runs. You kept score by how many runners made it to home plate.
I like my version better. Now, can I interest you in these genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatters?
Got any work?
Well, if you want to help the sport, I got a lead on a stash of pre-war collector's items. Coach, quitting is for punks Westing, had an estate not too far from here. Legend says when he retired, the league presented him with a baseball, catcher's mitt, and playing card signed by all the other coaches. See where I'm going with this? I'll pay 100 caps each for those relics. What do you say?
100 caps seems light. I need more.
I like your moxie. We'll make it 125 caps apiece. How's that sound?
Please. You own a whole store. You can do better.
You think you can play me for a sucker? 100 caps apiece and that's it. Take it or leave it.
100 caps seems light.
You think you can play me for a sucker?
Okay, I can't do it
right?
again. Fine.
A card, a mitt, and a ball. Got it.
I thank you. And baseball thanks you.
When I was bartering before, I had a feeling there might be a consequence for failing it, and that's why I didn't want to go for the red, and apparently there is a consequence. Alright, so now we know.
Thirsty. Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more. Cola. Need a Nuka-Cola.
If you don't live here,
Hey, Sheffield.
Nuka-Cola.
You want a soda? Is that it?
Dugout Inn usually has some, but I can't go there. Can't be around booze. Doctor says I can't drink that.
I'll give you one.
Here you go.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Buy or sell whatever you need.
Okay.
And get lost.
Oh, wow. You're tall.
Thanks. Security seems kind of empty. So, What's this about people living up in the stands? Like up there? Huh. Maybe. What's this place? Okay, someone's house. Probably don't want to get into. Well, I can't even get into because it's master lock. I don't have that kind of skill. Apparently I can't talk to him. Alright, well... commonplace weaponry. I don't think that's where my quest is leading me. I think it's just behind this building, but I'll look inside anyways. What's with the creepy mannequins? Seriously.
Hey there. You should stop by my stall in the morning. Commonwealth Weaponry.
Arturo.
I've been dealing guns all my life. So did my dad. One day my daughter's gonna pick up the mantle.
How sweet. Whoa.
Well, hello.
I want to be left alone.
Wow. She seems depressed, and she just knocked over the mannequin. Apparently she has something against the mannequin. Don't mind me, just exploring your house, and that's kind of creepy. What is with the Halloween decorations and stuff? Really weird. Oh, whoa, 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 what's happening over there?
Don't move, Synth. What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
I swear, I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes, we're family!
Put the gun down, now!
He's a Synth! He'll kill us all!
Kyle, no!
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City, hear me? Just
Hey.
you folks in your damn paranoia.
He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
What happened?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him. Why didn't he listen to me? I need a minute.
Damn. His head just freaking exploded. Well, don't mind me, just stripping your brother. Let's see. Wonder if it's better looking. Yeah, styling. It just seems so morbid. Stripping someone's dead body and then trying on their clothes right in front of their brother.
Still standing around for? Go back to your own damn business.
Officer?
I need you to step away, Scaver.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
What, you didn't hear the shouting? Guy pulls a gun on his own brother, thinking he's a synth. It's that newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines. Look, I'm sorry you got caught up in all this, but it's over, okay? Just go about your business like nothing happened. Better that way.
My God. Kyle.
So sad.
Officer.
Move along.
Jeez. Ooh. That would be stealing though, right? Yeah. Looks like everyone's retreated back to their place.
Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
Good to know.
What do you sell here?
Everything, Mum. Miss Myrna prides herself on being a collector of quality odds and ends from all over the Commonwealth. We also buy any unwanted items you may be carrying on your person. And we're open 24 hours a day.
Awesome. Let's trade.
Let's see what you got.
The highest quality available.
Now, one thing I don't like about this system is like before I used to be able to talk to someone, skip what they're saying, and just get into the store, right? Can I still do that? I haven't been able to. Maybe I can just click through, I'm not sure, but just seems takes a little longer to get to the store page. Anyways, let me just like shop around. Whoa, what the hell? A sword. Huh, that's cool. Okay, after a lot of like experimenting with like armor and stuff, I finally figured out why the hell the harness looks so weird when I wear it. It's because I didn't figure out that you can wear clothes underneath. So whenever I wore the freaking chest piece for like the peace armors, my person would just be like in her bra and underwear, and I'd be like, what the fuck? This is the most retarded armor ever. But apparently if you wear clothes that don't have like a damage resist on it, then you can wear it under your armor. So yeah, I've got like the metal stuff. I'm missing my left arm, but it's still better than the cage armor that I had before. And this way I don't actually need to take off my armor when I'm in the city. I can just still have my green shirt and combat boots on, so that works out. I also bought this at the merchant place. It has +1 agility and perception, as well as decent damage resist, so that's nice. And this is how we look now. I mean, it's not as like badass looking, it's not like heavy duty or anything, but it's a little more normal looking than walking around in our bra and underwear, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Anyways, I think, what the hell are can chimes doing here? Anyways, alright. I think the video has gone on long enough, and next time we're going to be exploring Diamond City a little more. See you guys then.